If you skip to the end of the video, please do me a favor and leave a like and comment I skipped to the end, because when you skip, it hurts my engagement. It would really help me out a lot if you did that. The number one thing that people get mad at me for on this channel is making tier lists way too early. It has become an occasion, and I have to keep that occasion rolling, man. Welcome to the way too early season 2 MultiVersus tier list. I'm going to rank these characters based off of where I think that they are going to be post-patch. So tomorrow, let's get right into it. And I will tell you right off the bat, I don't think that a lot of these characters are going to be touched. Mainly this bottom half right here, but yeah, let's get rolling. Starting off with Shaggy, I think Shaggy is high A tier. There is an argument to be made that he's S tier. I don't quite see it, man. Maybe because I'm not a 2s player. These rankings are going to be based off of 1s because I just don't know enough about 2s right now. All said and done, I think Shaggy is a very well-rounded, strong character. A tier is the perfect spot for him. Batman, very strong character as well. A tier is a great spot for him. The grapple hook, the exploding batarang, the dash attack, the forward tilt. Must I say more, man? Batman is definitely a very strong character. Jake the Dog, most balanced character in the entire game. He can be no higher than mid tier, no lower than mid tier. He's a very well-rounded in the sense that, yeah, I don't want to say well-rounded because he's really like kind of bad, but he's well-rounded in the sense that most of his moves are bad, and then he has a few moves that are very good, such as his forward air, such as his up tilt, such as his skateboard, such as his bite. But for the most part, if you round together all this character's moves, I think that you end up with a very, you know, mediocre character. Finn, I'm starting to think is more broken by the day. And actually, if we're ranking these people based off of season 2 rankings, I do think that Finn is going to receive a significant nerf, probably on his neutral air, or maybe even his... I think that his dash attack will probably get nerfed, man. I think all in all, Finn is still going to end up being A tier, but probably very low A. As a matter of fact, I think Finn is going to get nerfed very hard, and he's probably going to be B tier. A lot of new players are struggling against Finn. Yes, you can DI out of his 0 to deaths, but that doesn't excuse the fact that his neutral game is extremely stupid. His dash attack kills early. I think that this character is going to get nerfed pretty significantly and end up being a very middle of the pack average character. Harley Quinn, I can see her getting touched a little bit. Pause. Oh my gosh, do not speak of her that way. I can see her down tilt getting messed with, but all in all, I don't think that they're gonna I'm not saying, I was going to say play around with her too much. I don't think they're going to mess with this character too much. I think that they will probably mess with her down tilt. So I will put her in A tier. I don't think that she's going to change too much. I think right now I would put her high A tier. I think now I'm going to put her middle A tier. Wonder Woman, extremely high A tier. Not an S tier character for me, maybe because I play Morty. I don't struggle too much in this matchup. But besides her forward air and her down special, she doesn't have too many moves that stand out to me as being absolutely stupid. And that might be for the simple fact that I've been seeing less and less Wonder Woman as of late to give you a valid take on that. But, you know, as of right now, I think that she is extremely high A tier. Superman, one of the most overlooked characters in this entire game. I mean, the guy can completely defend against projectiles. You are not going to be able to hit projectiles on him thanks to the fact that he can fly with his laser move and his command grab. He has the frost breath to freeze projectiles, and he has armor. So he has a lot of countermeasures to deal with projectiles. He's a very heavy hitter. He kills extremely early. His movement is amazing. I believe him to be probably 2 times the speed of Morty, man. He's very fast. This is a very overlooked good character. Armor, command grabs, very heavy. That's all I gotta say, man. A tier character at the least. Steven, I honestly do think that he's a top 3 character right now, but I do believe that he is going to be getting nerfed come season 2. I think that their main goal of season 2 is going to be balancing out the cast in order to make it a fair environment for ranked mode. And I think Steven will be one of the few victims who actually gets nerfed to the ground, just like Finn. When they nerf characters, they usually nerf them pretty hard unless they're characters like Wonder Woman, which honestly, I think that Wonder Woman was nerfed very insignificantly because I've seen a lot of people complaining about the lack of female characters in this game. I mean, who do you have, man? You have Wonder Woman, Velma, Arya Stark, and that's it. I don't think Garnet is a gem in Harley. I think Garnet is like a gem. I don't know, man. Rain Dog, I don't think actually I think that Rain Dog is gonna get buffed a little bit. They clearly have a bias towards Rain Dog for it being their original character, and I don't think they want to see this guy in such a bad position right now, man. I mean, you see how many skins they've given this character. I think it's like 12 or something like that. They absolutely love Rain Dog. They find him very marketable, and as of right now, he's probably a C tier character. I think in season 2 he will probably end up being a middle A tier character. I think the #1 one change they're going to make with this character is they're probably going to make his neutral attack kill at about 110, which is going to be extremely beneficial for edge guarding. Bugs Bunny, he is a low mid-tier character right now, and I don't think they're going to change him for the simple fact that he has tormented the high tiers for so long that I think right now they're just going to chill out and let this guy be in this B-tier spot. Now, I don't know Void too much. I've tuned into a few of his live streams. I like everything that he does, and I believe that he is the most popular creator in the MultiVersus community, and what he says is pretty much law in the game. Tom and Jerry is currently in S tier. In my opinion, I believed him to be an A tier earlier in this season. Now I'm believing him to be an S tier, and because Void plays him, because Void gives his takes on the game and MultiVersus listens up, and because Void believes Tom and Jerry to be a B tier or an A tier, I do not think that they're going to change the spot of this guy. Maybe I'm wrong and this guy doesn't have as much pull as I think. Y'all got to let me know on that, but I think that Tom and Jerry is going to end up being an S tier still. Garnet, I don't think that there's many people playing this character because she's weak, but I don't think MultiVersus cares. I don't think that this is necessarily a character that they want people to use, so I don't think she's going to get touched at all. I think she's going to stay in C tier. Arya Stark is an S tier character, and since the beta, she's the best character in the game, by the way, in my opinion. Since the beta, people have been complaining about this character. Everyone besides the Arya mains have been complaining about this character, and MultiVersus has been extremely hesitant to do literally anything about that. Every time they nerf this character, they just barely touch her, man, and it's going to be the exact same thing here. They're going to nerf this character because there's so many people complaining they can't ignore it. However, she's still going to be in the top of A tier. They're barely going to mess with her, and she's going to be in the top of A tier. I bet the change that they make is that her down tilt is going to take a full bar of dash instead of half a dash or something like that, man. Velma recently got reworked. She got buffed extremely hard, and honestly, she might even be a sleeper A tier character. I couldn't tell you because no one uses this character, but the fact that they buffed her that hard and people still aren't using her just shows how much they want people to use Velma, and I believe she's going to get buffed even more to the point where people can no longer ignore her despite how boring she is. She's probably going to end up top of A tier, and people will find that out about 2 weeks into season 2. They'll be like, oh my gosh, this buff is significant. We need to start using Velma. Taz, B tier character right now, maybe a low A tier. I don't think they're going to touch this guy. I think he's in the perfect spot right now. I will put him high B tier for the simple fact that A tier is getting a little crowded up there, man. Iron Giant, no matter how many times you nerf this guy, he's still going to be broken unless they just downscale him. They have to make him smaller. That's the only way they can make him a balanced character. People are complaining about this guy. He might be the most complained about character right now. So I think that they're finally going to do it. They're finally going to make him smaller, and he's going to end up top of B tier. LeBron James. LeBron James is actually a very good character right now. I believe him to be very low A tier, and he might even be annoying for some matchups, but no one's complaining about him. I don't think that he is going to get touched at all. I think they're just going to completely overlook him. Morty is not even a top 5 character, and people are complaining about him nonstop. I'd probably put him at number 7, but I do think that he is going to end up getting reworked. I don't think he's going to be getting nerfed. If they nerf his mud wall and that's all they do, and they leave his movement speed the same, he's going to be a bottom 10 character, man. And that is not me Morty downplaying. That is me talking about the simple fact that mud wall is all this guy has. If you can make his side air kill, if you can make literally anything kill besides mud wall into up air or the grenade, like, maybe this character is decent, man, but if you take away his mud wall, he's going to be absolutely garbage. So I don't think that they're going to just take away his mud wall. I don't think they're that stupid. I think instead they're going to rework him a little bit. They'll probably take away his mud wall, you know, make it not as strong, and then revert his movement speed to how it was before the post nerf, because this guy is one of the slowest characters in the game. I probably think he ends up right below Batman. Probably right there is where he's going to be post season 2. Rick, I don't think they care about Rick at all. I mean, his skins are horrible. That tells you enough. That's how you know they don't care about a character, if they give him absolutely no skins. I don't think Rick is going to get touched much. I think all in all, he might end up right below Finn, right there. Good spot for him. He's an extremely strong character, don't get me wrong, and I think that he's very underrated. However, I mean, I think that's a good spot for him. It's a fair spot. Stripe, don't think he's going to get touched at all. He's going to be a B tier character, probably right above Finn. I mean, yeah, Stripe is, you know, just as balanced as Jake, just a little better because he has the gun, because he has the skateboard, stuff like that. Black Adam, they're not going to touch him, dude. Unfortunately, they don't understand how broken this character really is. And honestly, I think he ends up being Not top 3 because there's another character that I think, I don't know, right there for now. I think that's going to be a good spot for him. I don't think he's going to get touched. And if anyone else is getting nerfed, Black Adam is going to be extremely good, man. I don't know, man. He might be worse than... Okay, that's probably the correct formation right there. All right, Gizmo, I don't know why I'm skipping Marvin. We'll get back to Marvin. Gizmo is either going to get nerfed to the ground or he's not going to get touched at all. If he doesn't get touched at all, he's going to be the best character in the entire game because Joker is 100% going to get nerfed to the ground even more. He got nerfed. People are still complaining. I think he'll be top of B tier or yeah, right below Iron Giant. That's a good spot. I put him there on accident, but honestly, it seems like a pretty fitting place for him. If they nerf Gizmo's arrows or whatever, you know, he could easily be B tier or something like that. I don't know, man. Marvin, pretty balanced character. Pretty strong character, actually. I'll put him right below Taz. There we go. Banana Guard, probably not going to be touched at all. Probably still going to be A tier. Probably going to be a little worse than LeBron James right there. Very low A tier. They really want people to play Jason. However, I don't think they're going to touch him anymore. And I think that he will also be top of C tier. And then Agent Smith, every single day, I think that this guy is more and more broken. I'm going to put him in S tier. Let me know what y'all think, man. I try to keep it quicker than my other tier list videos. Leave a like, subscribe if you're new. See y'all later.